Hey you folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4! We are Italy, and we have started our invasion of North America. You can see here, our Marines are heading towards Newfoundland, over here, just to get another foothold. It's not a particularly, critical gain right here. Really, we need to land some troops on the mainland itself, but we're having some supply problems over here, so I thought, let's thin it out a bit. This is our next level tactical bomber, so we're going to keep ripping down there because it might be handy to get a few of those at some point. We're not really making use of tactical bombers, but just to say. Speaking of bombers, actually, what I'm forgetting is over here, I've got some of my jet strategic bombers helping to bombard this area. Well, I guess that's going to be okay for now. I'll let them finish. This naval invasion is still preparing. Okay, you know what? No, I've changed my mind. I am going to take you and disband the jet strategic bombers. Instead, I'm going to get regular strategic bombers over here, if I can find some. They might all be deployed somewhere else. No, there we go. We have a ton. How much room we got here? We got room for like 900. There we go. 900 strategic bombers, which are going to help bomb the island over here day and night, because our jet strategic bombers actually have incredible range. And so if we want to bomb, say, Eastern Canada, and we look at all of our bases, sort by distance, Iceland is 6,000 kilometers away, which sounds bad, but as it turns out, our jet fighters have a range of 7,000. Or not jet fighters, our jet strategic bombers. Why do we have two categories of them? Seems odd. So I'm going to get a flight of, well, I'll get 1,000 here, and then I'll probably split them afterwards. But you're going to fly to Canada. You don't have any fighter support, so you're only going to go during the night, and you're going to start doing some naval bombardment. Yeah, so 5% penalty because not quite enough range to reach all of Eastern Canada, but it's going to cover a fair amount of it. And it is going to suck without the naval, or the fighter support for air superiority, but I think ultimately it's going to be okay. I don't expect that many planes to be defending there, but I might be wrong. We might lose a bunch of these. Right, so a little bit of resource extraction efficiency, which is still perfectly fine and happy with me. We could get even higher, like more radar stations in one place, but I don't think we need that. Don't need this. I don't care about the heavy fighters. Like, yeah, you can get more range for covering your planes, but we're going to be okay. We did finish all that. We don't need the... I mean, I could get the other level battlecruiser, but I'm never going to build a battlecruiser, so it's completely moot. And yeah, I don't care about this stuff. I mean, again, the rocket artillery, sure, maybe, but... I mean, if I get the rocket artillery, does it improve my self-propelled? I don't think so. These are units you have to build separately. And they're really just mostly good about soft attack. I mean, they do have a lot of soft attack, don't get me wrong. I don't know, I guess it's something to do. Well, you know what? No, you know what would be better is to keep going with the extraction level, so we can get a few more resources pumping out here. I mean, we have a good surplus of everything, but it still wouldn't hurt. Like the tungsten, for example, right? Get the extra 10% would be handy. So it looks like we will successfully do that, which is great. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to plan a new naval invasion from here to Halifax. Lock that in and tell you to go at will. Meanwhile, I'm going to take purple group here, split half of you into a new group, give you a general, tell you to go here. Wow, that is a really small front. An offensive line that way, and go ahead when you can. And then we'll leave the rest of purple back there and move them in. That way we're just sort of splitting up some of the supply problems. I will start a naval base here, but I'm not even going to bring up the queue. I'm just going to start getting it moving. Yeah, there's that little naval base there we could take a look at. Could rush an airport here too. But I think I'd rather take the land here, then rush an airport there, then move a bunch of planes over. Although, you know what? We probably want some amount of overlap. There's no probably, we will. Oh. We don't have enough of this place to build a port. Because some things are built in a state, some things are built in the whole province. So we need more of the province before we can build an airfield over there, which, that's okay. It does take a long time to plan these invasions. No divisions assigned. I was going to say, something has gone odd here. There we go. What I'm going to do, actually, is I'm going to go and split you guys in half. So that way it'll only take 24 days to plan that. Over here, we will get... I'm going to roll in you, Commander. And I'm going to plan a different naval invasion, which means I will have to go back to another naval base. And here. You're still planning that. You're still planning that. Okay. And you guys are just sitting idle right now. All right. And still having no supply over here. Really, I'm actually kind of surprised about that. Oh, is it really the infrastructure shortage that's killing you here? I'm actually very surprised. Let's go and get 1, 2, 3 extra, and I'll put you at the top of the queue. I mean, we're not going to have guys in Greenland for that long, but I actually didn't expect the infrastructure to be a problem. I figured they would just get enough supplies in on the port, and that would be sufficient. No, Japan, well, it's only 1, but I'm going to say no anyway. Speaking of Japan, how you doing? Looks like you have resolved that. Diplomacy map mode, I see nothing red over here anymore. Do we have a foothold in the Philippines? We do. So let's grab this red group. I'm going to split you in half, and again, there we go. I'm gonna still color you red, actually, because it'll let me know a bit what's going on. So your job will be to set up a front here, and then an offensive line to push all the way out that way. And go, and be aggro, and that's going to be fine, because then I can take these 2 Marines and plan an invasion of... Who owns this? See, I don't like that you can't easily tell who owns what at this point. Well, I guess I can tell because I can start an invasion from here, so it must be friendly? No. No, it shows me literally all the ports. Japan owns that. Because it... Oh, no, I guess it was showing me this, which I do control. Okay, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. But I'm going to grab you, split you in half again, do this. Once again, color you red. Close you up. Grab you here. I'm actually not sure that it's worth putting you... Well, you know what? Yeah, it's fine, because then you can still do something. Okay, do that. That's fine. Boop. Okay, so this Marine group, I don't want to move you out because I don't want to lose this base. Can I attack these guys? Excellent. Is that going to be enough to bop you? No, we've got to chase you a little further. Get a stack wipe going on. Ooh, convoys. Okay. So taking the Philippines will help. It's not terribly critical. And yeah, still moving the other army here just to help get more of a presence. All right, meanwhile, gold, I'm going to cancel whatever you had, which is mostly just hold the front line. And you go from there to Manila itself, which is actually, I suspect, will be well defended. Not to mention the fact that they've got air support over here, which is really bad. We haven't taken an airport here, have we? I'm actually wondering if I need to wait. But that's all right. I'm more interested in, say, what Teal is doing here. You guys are probably still prepping? Oh, no, you can engage. Excellent. And you guys can also engage. I don't know. Yeah, you don't have naval superiority and intel and all that. So we'll hold off a little bit longer. All right, so we got all the MPs, which is great. I know, more resource extraction. Just so we've got something to research. That's going to be okay. Meanwhile, how are we doing over here? Good. That's basically done. You guys are prepping for that. Prepping for that with no complaints. You are actively doing that. And we need more intel over the eastern seaboard to be able to make the next group. So I'm going to grab this fleet over here, cancel the other commands, and tell them that this is their new naval base here, and they are going to do some convoy raiding eastern seaboard. And I think that's going to be plenty. So we'll get some intel. Doesn't mean we'll have cover, certainly for our convoys, but it will be a start. Apparently we've got some rockets over here that are building up. So why don't you rocket bomb this? Have fun. No retreat. I don't know, just do stuff. Still no air base over here, and it probably... Now we can build it, so I will go ahead and do that. Right? Yeah. Radar stations as well. So I know, I mean, I keep putting things at the top. Although it looks like we can build a lot of things simultaneously here. It's delaying our our nuclear facilities more than anything. But that's going to be helpful to have an airbase there. So Group Gold doesn't really have anything going on. I'm assuming you can't... I don't think you can cross here. No, you can't. So we need to wait for another naval invasion to finish before you can go any further than that. And, oh, you are go. Have fun. Have we finished any more proper ships over here? Indeed, we have. I take this fleet here, which has really no commands. Good. Because it's not on repair or anything like that. I'm going to also assign you over here. It's only level 1 base, but we are building up this base, I think. And you're going to be set on Search and Destroy Newfoundland Sea, Eastern Seaboard. Probably is going to open you up to a lot of air bombardment, but we do need a little bit of visibility. Newfoundland. Yes. No, that's the air base. Are we not building a naval base over here? Yeah, we are doing that. There it is. Get up near the top, buddy. Especially with all the ships, we'll definitely need more naval base presence as well. And we are getting some supply issues over here, but that's to be expected. And let's see if that naval invasion works. Because if it does, we'll be in a great position then to start properly pushing with our tanks. And in fact, we're going to move more Marines, or over there, not Marines, but infantry is what I meant to say. Speaking of which, though, I think... Oh, there's a bunch of Akus are starting to finally come together, which is nice to see. I think we will train some regular infantry divisions as well. And you can deploy, doesn't really matter, say there. Because I think we will need more people to hold this at some point. Oh, I did see some troops at some point. So some of our landings are going to get contested. We'll see how much. Especially since we don't have any air support in this region. And no real ability to do it. Yeah, we have a rocket base in Newfoundland, and that's it. And we're doing strategic bombardment, but that's about it. Okay, looks like our landing is going to be successful. Hey, nuclear bombs have been researched. Lovely! So that's fun. What else are we going to do? I know, you know what? More radar station levels. Just for cuz. Looks like our landing in Halifax is going to work out. This is going to give us an airbase. Again, I think we'll have to get control over a little bit more of the region to make it count, but it will give it to us. Okay, so there was only one infantry division there. They're Canadians, so they're worth 10 times as much as a normal infantry division, but I think we might still have them in this case. Do we count as having air superiority over here? It does, just because we have some airplanes. Nuclear reactors built, total production, it's going to be slow, but it's going to get there. Yeah, keep going ahead and building those. I guess we could research a heavy fight. No, again, we got jet fighters, so we really don't care about that. So, gold group over here. Excellent. I'm going to tell you to... Just for now, I'm just going to tell you to garrison this area, which should still get you over here, which is going to be nice. My Marines are going to half go that way, and actually not even the other half, just a singleton is going to run over here. Now, do we have control over this airbase? Looks like we do. Can I expand this airbase? Looks like I can. And again, I'm going to keep doing the thing where my latest conquest is the one that I put at the top of the queue. So again, it does delay some other things, but it's still okay. And I mean, I guess I could even just cancel the other ones, but I'm not going to cancel them. I'm going to leave them in a queue, but not working quite as aggressively because they're not as important. So we can fit 600 planes over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get jet fighters in here first, because I want to make sure... God, we've got a lot of them now. So we're going to go for the full... Actually, what I'll do is I'll split them into two. Okay, cancel. 2 wings of 300, just to say. One... Because also I should be giving them... I don't like this screen. This screen's got to get a redo here for the ace assignment. Or actually, you know what would be nice is an option to like automatically assign aces if they like become unassigned, or... I don't know. Anyway, you guys are going to be doing just air superiority over here. Thanks. Make sure we don't get bombed. And actually, there are 900 enemy fighters over here, so... That will be valuable. Okay, we can move purple over here. I don't think we have to keep you around here. In fact, what I'll probably do is have you join the golden army. Which is these guys, right? Yeah. So purple, join gold, which will add you to the same garrison duty over here, which just guarantees that they're going to move over here. And then we'll figure out a front line and exactly how we're going to attack and move and do all that. Actually, you guys, I'm going to eliminate your front line orders because they don't really make any sense. We'll push to there where we are trying to land some Marines, so that Marine invasion command may not be completely useful, but okay, well, we're definitely taking some hits over here. But we don't need a naval dominance anymore. It was mostly there so that we could land Marines, which we have done. And now we don't really need Marines. We could turn them into normal infantry, actually, which is kind of interesting. So what is you? You are inaccurate. I'm going to move you to... this is really the French-English garrison is what that is over there. Because you're not part of the NA Day attack. Yeah, in group purple, yeah, you're just going to do this. Realize you don't have any orders, but that's going to be fine. And then that's the garrison one. And that's you doing a naval invasion over here, which is kind of pointless because actually I don't think there's anyone there. And it's just putting a bunch of Marines at risk, which was unnecessary at this point. Ooh, there we go. There's our convoys being eaten. But oh, no, we're okay. Woo! So, what are we going to do? I could just make this one big army. Well, I think I'll keep my... Oh, where are these guys? Oh, excellent. We successfully did that. Wonderful. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to have purple, which is sort of going to be an infantry front line. Like that. And I think my Marine divisions may join that. Because I don't need them to be Marines anymore. I don't think. I mean, I'm not going to unmarine them. We may still have to do some naval invasions to get around some blockades. But we should mostly be okay. I'm going to split off 3 of these guys and just add them to, like, I don't know, the English garrison division. Because that way, I can keep using a general over here. I'm just going to tell these guys to halt. They'll reset their commands in a second. And yeah, you guys are going to be holding that with an offensive line that is going to move you... Let's just do this for now. And you can actually start that move. That's going to be okay. I'll even put you on aggressive because there's not going to be much of a defense. And then my tanks are all coming in as well. So likewise, I'm going to cancel their garrison duty. Instead, you're going to have a front line here. And your offensive line is going to involve running down to New York in that sort of derpy looking way, but that's going to be okay as well. All right. Airplanes are here, giving me cover over Eastern Canada, which is going to be sufficient for now. We will have to do some East Coast stuff at some point as well, but that's going to be okay. We should be progressing very well here once our troops actually land, and hopefully they get there safely. We'll have a good combination of the infantry plus tanks. Some convoys being blown up. We may need air support over the seas. Actually, we do have a small airfield here. So let me go and get 200 jet fighters here in Newfoundland, which is going to protect the sea over here. And, yeah, actually just interception, so that things don't get bombed. There we go. Not air superiority. Just making sure that it locked in properly, because that lag is kind of weird. There we go. Just protect against some naval bombers. We'll have to do a similar thing off the East Coast. Protect some of our convoys. But we'll get there. This airfield is currently capped out. I guess what I'll do... Lacking range to cover... Yeah, well, tell you what. I'm going to move you to the eastern seaboard anywhere. And yeah, you'll be going into interception duty. Protect some of the ships there. Alright, that's going to be helpful. Meanwhile, strategic bombers out of Iceland. I'm going to... Just for the sake of argument, I'm going to split you into a couple of different groups. There we are. And make sure you've got the same commands. And you do. Lovely. So from Iceland, we are carpet bombing Eastern Canada with our jet strategic bombers. And we're definitely losing some stuff to some planes over there. But we have landed, and that's the important part. And we're going to keep moving forward over here. Let's take a look at our stockpile of various tank types. Obviously, we'll always be short on medium tanks because we're not building anymore. We're also still short on modern tanks, so I'm not going to switch. We've still got a few medium tank divisions, but we're not going to worry about switching them over too quickly. And everyone is instructed to be pushing, right? Living Legend would be better. And our divisions are all accounted for, 24 and 19, 24 and 19 that are going to be pushing soon. Okay, and they're both set to aggro. They're both set to aggro. All right, let's take a look at the Pacific Marines. So you guys have successfully done that. Let's cancel that order and get you to start from here and take that. And we'll get both to go, including the Vancouver one. Although, I think I told these guys to go earlier, and the problem is they can't because they don't have any coverage over here. What about the other group? The other group will be able to go to Alaska. It is going to be defended, though, so we need to get some ships over there. So, do we want to free up some ships from in here? Well, sort of, kind of. Like, maybe the submarines. I mean, this will start getting us intel, and that's something. So I'm going to tell you to halt all your commands. I'm going to tell you that this is your new naval base over here. That did not go through. Now how am I going to find these guys again? Because now I can't find them from this map this way. Is it you? There you are. Okay, let's try that again. Control click. There we go. To island. And you're going to be doing convoy raiding, I guess, is going to be okay. Looks like we've got a presence in North Pacific, so mostly you're going to be doing the northwest coast. New naval supremacy, naval supremacy. So it looked like it was complaining about a lot of places. Oh, the Emperor chain over here. Well, tell you what, we'll have subs raiding off the northwest coast. What we need is a group of destroyers. I don't suppose we've got some that are just parked over here, do we? Alright, that works. And you are actually going to be on convoy escort duty in the North Emperor chain and the Sea of Okhotsk, which we need to cover that, but also we would actually like to protect our convoys over here, so that'll be fine. Actually, technically, convoy raiding, protection here would also be good. So once you get there, that should give us enough intel. We're still building plenty of ships. We're working our way up to some nukes. And we're pushing forward over here. But, yeah, at this point, it's like, maybe we do need a naval invasion at some point. So, NA Day, what I'd like to do, I think, is focus my tanks a little bit more just here. And they are specifically heading south. So if we can focus fire tanks, that'll be good. I mean, our tanks haven't reached the front yet anyway, so we got plenty of time to wait. It also, we may want to... Actually, the infrastructure's pretty good here. I don't think we're going to have too much in the way of supply problems once our... What is it? F6? What's the key for supply? Oh, F4. Yeah, it is the naval bases that are limiting the flow over here. And, oh, it looks like we are getting a fair amount of bombardment. Well, some of that might be the bombardment that we did at some point. So it might be worth getting, like, you know, an extra naval base there as well. And you know what? Maxing out the infrastructure may not be a terrible idea to keep the flow going. And once again, I'll just put this stuff near the top, because we did complete some of it. I'll make sure that some of the stuff that isn't functioning right now... See, Greenland, Iceland, yeah. You know what? I'll probably let you finish the ones that you've got going in there, but it's really not a priority. In fact, I could drop it even lower, and the rest are all still being worked on, which is great. It means our nukes, our nuclear facilities aren't being built, but everything else over here is. In fact, we can put in more planes over here, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get another 400 jet fighters, give you an ace of some kind. There we go, you. And, what are we going to do with you? Probably... I don't know. I guess we could go for some air spirit over here, which might be super risky. Oh, no. Yeah, we're going to do that here. And yeah, right now, just a little bit more air superiority would be fine. Actually, I'll get the smaller wing to do interception, and the bigger wing to do air superiority. And yeah, the airport continues to get built, so we'll be able to continue to add more and more planes as we go forward. Wow, yeah, our convoys are being obliterated over here. That's going to be the biggest supply problem. And I'd be very leery about putting a lot of ships over there, because the ships are just going to get bombarded from the air, and we've probably lost a big navy over here. So it really is going to be about locking down the air support. And really what that's going to be is going to be just taking their air bases. Since we can't specifically target airbase cratering in Hoi 4, which is too bad. I do miss that feature from Hoi 3. I've talked about it before. I mean, infrastructure bombardment, or strategic bombardment, does take out air bases, but I would really like to... Ooh, port strike. Where are you port striking? Ooh, that's not pleasant at all. At all, at all. Eastern Canada. Okay, we do have some interception duty now. We could use more. We've got an air base over here, which is still getting built. Good. Let's get some more fighters over here. I'll give you an ace. And you're going to be doing interception. Although, we're going to make sure, we need to make sure we have radar over here. Okay, that is being built in both places. Hell, we'll queue up some over here too. I'm not sure I'm going to move it up right now. I'm going to wait for some of the others. But yeah, because we need radar to be able to spot them so that we can actually shoot down the enemy bombers coming in here. But we need that to start protecting our ships. Alright, meanwhile, tanks. I'm wondering if I should be running this a little bit more manually here, because I'm not really convinced that they're doing a particularly good job of getting anything done. And we are awaiting that. Mostly just holding that over there. Again, I'm going to take the tank one and shrink it down. Just try to get them to focus a little bit more. Everyone halt. And refigure out what you're doing. There you go. If we can get a good number of tanks down here. And yeah, I'm wondering if I should just be manually steering these guys, because an attack over here would be pretty effective, I think. It is forest, but we can work our way through Maine. Assist in that. You can do it. Alright. Meanwhile, Pacific Marines. How's it going? Lack sufficient intel on the northwest coast. Which is over here. Right. And you're just preparing. Okay, so we need northwest coast over here where... Right, we had... I mean, we theoretically deployed some subs, but not really. How are we doing over here? Select, or no, that's not what I meant to do, actually. Okay, yeah, these are all subs. So cancel you. I think there's more of these guys who are just here to repair. But yeah, I'm going to take a big subgroup. Can you halt all your missions? There we go. Everyone halt. And just get over here. So one of you is not here yet. Alright, we'll get back to you. So I'm going to select everything that's not a sub then. And again, some of you are technically on a mission. So I'm going to get you all to halt your missions. And merge up. Just go over here. That's a big fleet there. But yeah, we may not worry about... Well, I mean, we still got to do convoy guarding, but maybe just deploy destroyers over here on convoy guarding duty. Alright, so we're pushing in here. We're holding that there. We're not really completing that push, which is too bad. But we have advanced over here. And we actually might be able to get a bit of a surround here. I don't know exactly how quickly we can move. We have to defend this attack first. There we go. Take you guys. There we go. Just have the tank selected. So we're going to do that. And just queue it up right away. And see if we might be able to get a little bit of a surround here. cut these guys off, and then we should be able to hit into Massachusetts and then New York a lot better. I will have you go quite wide here, because it's easy for them to just pull back a little bit. Now, well, Bangor's not a proper city, so it's not... no offense to anyone from Maine, but on the map here, it's not a proper city, so it doesn't have the huge city defense bonus. It does have a river crossing into the forest, but if we're fast, then we'll be able to get there without anyone being able to reinforce, which is nice. And, yeah, just, I don't know, research more planes and stuff. That's going to be okay. Meanwhile, what I want to do before we end this particular episode is I want to check this fleet. We do indeed have a big one. Oh, moving to us to merge, okay. And you've got no real commands. You're on auto repair and everything. So your job will be... Oh, you can't really reach. Okay. Oh, well, then we'll wait a little bit. But for now, I guess you'll be patrolling here. So yeah, I can't assign you there. But I can do that at least. And this guy just needs 2 days and he'll prepare. So yeah, we'll get you a presence over there. And I think it might be very important for us to go and build up a naval base over here. For supply reasons, but also for our ships, because that's our second fleet that we put there, and if they get damaged, well, they're going to need supply themselves, but they'll also need to repair at an appreciable rate. All right, with that, we're going to go and put a cut in this episode. Ooh, lots of things going on here. It's our planes doing nothing. We keep getting notices about this. I have no idea what they're spotting or not spotting or whatever. We got more radars being built here, so something might happen. More airfields we get going on here, the better. Oh, I should take this little island. That's Prince Edward Island. We don't really have someone we can just throw that way. And it's not like there's an airbase or a port over here, so it's actually not that much of a priority. So I may not stress about it. Bangor, that push is coming along, which is very good. I mean, it's not going to cut them off because they still have Canada over here, but we might be able to swing something, which is quite interesting. What I could also do is take one of these tanks and just run them directly down to Boston. Because here's the thing. I think the United States, a lot of their stuff was in China, which has now been bopped. We killed like over 100 divisions in the UK from isolating things. They literally may not have much at home. I guess we can get a little detail count of their divisions. I mean, that's still quite a few divisions, but where are they? Can they respond to this? Do they seriously have potentially up to 40,000 airplanes? Holy crap, that is, that's a lot of planes. Like a lot. Alright, we've got air superiority now in Eastern Canada. But wow, that is brutal. Anyway, thanks for watching, folks. See you next time.